listen, right? So, like, I was just doing one about the fentanyl. I did, a little segment about the fentanyl, right? And I was just like, pretty much, I'm like, man, look, dog, they made it weed look like it's so bad. Everybody had choices in life, right? But I didn't want to come across as being rude and shrewd, like I don't care, like I don't know fentanyl is bad and this shit is bad. But people make this shit. Listen, I don't go fuck what the government say. We know it's bad, but people got choices, my dog. Ain't nobody getting nobody on this shit. Pretty much, if somebody responsible for this shit at this point in life, it's the government. The reason this fentanyl is out of fucking control is because of the federal government. And the same shit that they the one who got millions of people hooked on this shit. It's motherfucking housewives, grandmothers, aunties, grandfathers, old, young, kids on this shit because of what you gave. You knew this shit was addictive and you gave this shit to people. But you don't talk about that. You don't talk about. Now you want to talk about the fentanyl crisis that you caused. It's always gonna go to a black person, right? So you take all this shit, you get them hooked on this shit. So the next best thing is what? Heroin and fentanyl, which you control both. You control that. Like can't nobody, not no one man and no human beings in America has enough power to bring this much cocaine, fentanyl, and shit to the United States. It's not that many people going over there. It's impossible for an average citizen to bring enough of that shit here to make any difference. It's impossible. You motherfuckers is bringing this shit through here by the metric tons and tons of this shit and pushing this shit straight to the minority community, the black community, and it's going around and it's like it creates a job. You know what I'm saying? It's creating all type of jobs from the police to the doctors to the you know what I'm saying? And all the dope money that you taking that's being accumulated is helping build shit. It's a long fucking drawn out story. So when I said, look, man, look, cause y'all motherfuckers was saying that weed was so bad at one point in time. Now it's motherfuckers flying around as I speak with goddamn flyers on the back of airplanes talking about come to my weed dispensary. Everywhere you go, it's a weed dispensary on the corner ran by other than black people. Now, when it was illegal, it was always the nigga, the nigga, the nigga. Black people selling these drugs. Now it's legal. It's being promoted by who? None other than white people and Chaldeans in my area. Black people don't own none of this shit. But when it was illegal, it was a nigga problem. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all talk about this fentanyl, I think y'all put more on it. Yeah, it's killing people. What? So did fucking heroin. What's the difference? I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck is the difference between fentanyl and goddamn heroin? It's the new synthetic heroin. It's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck is the difference? Look how many people OD'd off regular fucking heroin. It ain't the numbers ain't no fucking difference. Y'all geek that shit up. Y'all geeking, even though people is dying from it and they dying from it rapidly. But to me, it's no different than a heroin epidemic. The fuck is you talking about? Motherfuckers was dying every day, B. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is they putting this shit out here in the news like it's just so motherfucking terrible. This much fucking fentanyl can kill 100 people. I've yet to see it. I've yet to see it. Motherfuckers want that shit. You talking about how many people it's killing. Motherfuckers is wanting this shit. Ain't nobody running from this shit. Now people rather have fentanyl than goddamn heroin. And it's no different than uncut heroin, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is the difference between uncut heroin back then and a fentanyl now? It's all knocking motherfuckers off. People want it now. People don't even want fucking heroin they don't even talk about heroin no more. You get caught about heroin right now, they can make that shit legal like goddamn marijuana. At this goddamn, it used to be legal. Cocaine used to be legal. See, all this shit was legal. Where I'm going with this whole fucking conversation is that how they try to put this shit in and make it so bad and push the shit on niggas. So when niggas get caught with it, it's extra bad. We gonna give you extra time because this drug is just so bad. Well, who the fuck brought it here? Who the fuck got people hooked on this shit? The fucking government. That's where I'm going with this shit. But I didn't want to seem insensitive, like I don't give a fuck, or people shouldn't go to jail for this shit. But what I'm saying is the government need to have some type of responsibility for this shit. You know, you just can't, a man get caught with it. How is you gonna get him? How the fuck did it get here? Y'all not studying how did it get here, who bring it in. It's like once it get here, we put it here. Now if you niggas touch it and sell it and make money off of it, you the one I want. Why ain't you going over there why if it's a real war on drugs, why the fuck ain't you going over to the source? Now if you really want to go to war about something, when you want to go to war with somebody that's bringing all this, you should be at war with Mexico. But you ain't at war with Mexico. You bringing these motherfuckers in by the goddamn truckload. So how the fuck is you at war with them? All the dope and cocaine and shit is coming from over there, but you letting they people in. This shit is not making no sense to me. It's make it make sense. You want to do a war, you going to war with every other country. Or they might have bombs or they got oil. What about the motherfuckers that's poisoning our community? Why you only locking up niggas that's here? We don't got nothing to do with it. It's you motherfuckers is bringing it in and putting it here, and we trying to get the fuck out the ghetto away from this shit, so we sell this shit, right? I'm not saying niggas shouldn't go to jail. It's laws of the land. But goddamn, you taking motherfuckers' lives away. You just gave a motherfucker 19 and a half years and said he was the first person to bring fentanyl to the city he was in. Now, the city that he was in, I forgot which one it was. Minnesota, something with an M. But the whole motherfucking point, you look it up, Google it. They gave that motherfucker, said he was the first motherfucker to bring fentanyl, and it's 2024. Where in the fucking under a rock? Well, I don't give a fuck if it was a population of 3 motherfucking people in 2 butt fuck Mississippi or Alabama, somewhere in the Hicks, Arkansas, some fucking where. It's fentanyl. Fentanyl is all over this bitch. It ain't nowhere it ain't hit, nigga. So you gonna tell me that this black man is the first motherfucker ever to bring fentanyl to that state, and y'all sentence him as such. 19 and a half years because y'all say y'all was gonna make an example out of him. But yet, when you showed the nigga with the BMW with the doors up. You showed motherfucking nigga Gucci down, all his money and shit that he had. So you know what you doing. When you showed that shit, you think that's you think because you gave that nigga 19, you could have gave that nigga the electric chair for that shit. You think that's gonna stop another motherfucker from coming down there southern? Nigga, first thing you said, what city is that? You said he was the first motherfucker down there with fentanyl, and this nigga got all this shit? You could have killed him right dead on the spot, shot him dead in the fucking face, and had court right in the middle of the street, and killed it, lynched that motherfucker in the middle of a fucking road somewhere with 1 million people watching. You think you gonna stop a goddamn criminal when a motherfucker seeing how much money? No, he was the only one. Motherfuckers right now packing up going to that city. That's why I tell you, you think these laws be meaning something. Until you stop the source of this shit, it's going to forever go on. So you giving him 19 and a half years, all you did was just fuck this young man's life over, is what I'm saying. And you know, so I don't glamorize the shit. I think, yeah, but y'all did that shit with marijuana. Y'all geek marijuana up like it was just such a bad drug. It's bad. Taking niggas' cars, locking motherfuckers up away from they. It was us, though. Niggas, though. Yeah, you people can say, well, white man, we know 2 white boys or Arab that went to prison. Yeah, nigga, out of millions or hundreds of thousands of niggas that went, you got 2 white motherfuckers that done did a few years, a couple, you know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be a goddamn exception. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be somebody, you know what I'm saying? You know where I'm going with this shit. This is fucked up. Like I told you, bro, one thing about me, I sold a lot of weight of marijuana. That was my thing. It was a lot of money in that exotic marijuana back then. And I was selling regulars by the ton of that shit, right? So I'm just being real. I sold a lot of that shit. And only time I really dealt with like that yay was if it was weight, if I was middleman in some weight. You know what I'm saying? That never been my thing. I never been a crack selling motherfucker. But through the epidemic, and I definitely don't fuck with that heroin shit. Even though there's money in it, I just don't, you know what I'm saying? Because it's motherfuckers can die over that, you know what I'm saying? Even then, motherfuckers was ODing off that shit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not about to catch a case, and I'm damn sure don't want to hurt nobody. And so, like I said, but during the pandemic, I got to it. It was so much money out here. It was just a demand in my hood from it. Most of the niggas in my hood was petty hustling, stepping on everything. They cutting shit 10 times, man. Dope fiends going around, gotta go way somewhere else to get good dope. So I thought, like, bam, fuck it. I'm down on my dick. I do what Romans do. I get to it. During the pandemic, ounces was going for like up to $3,000 in some places. I found where I can get them for a little two, maybe 25. Most I ever paid was like 27. Buy a couple zips, break them bitches down, and was running through them rock for rock every day like clockwork. I sell it all. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I'm buying, I'm moving it that night and coming to get some more. So, and that really went my thing. But and then, so what happened was, I never liked that crack shit. I never liked that shit because you got to be a whole different animal to even sell that shit. You got to be a different type of person. You can't be nice to people. I'm genuinely a nice person, kind-hearted person. You know what I'm saying? That shit'll turn you to an animal quick. Because these motherfuckers will do anything. You can't tell them when to come, not to come. They fiends. They gonna come, right? And then it get to the point where my house was looking like a goddamn pawn shop. Nigga, I had lawnmowers, motherfucking generators, weed whackers, watches, anything, guns, nigga. Anything the fuck you can name, I had it, right? Because I'm like, motherfucker, like, damn, is you in this bitch as a pawnbroker or are you trying to get to the money, right? But this what made it kind of, this what got to me, right? And that was all good, the money good. But when you know, like I said, around that time, all them checks was coming in, so it was plenty money out here. But when that shit slowed up, it got to the point now where I'm looking like, damn, these motherfuckers they not gonna stop till every dime is gone. Now you just got a couple $1,000 check. That shit gone in 2 days. Even though I'm getting it, right? But still, I'm just looking like, then you back pining me shit and all this shit. So it get to the point where, and people want to hear around like, man, hey, get some of that. I'm like, man, listen, bro. I told this nigga, listen, I'm in this shit strictly for the money. I'm not in this bitch. I'm not in this motherfucker trying to hurt nobody. I'm not trying to hurt nobody. I'm not trying to fuck nobody life up, my nigga. I'm in this shit for the money. This is your decision. I didn't get you on this shit. I'm just providing the service, right? But then when you get to looking at people, dog, and it becomes, it's not a party habit. It's not like something I do. And people who smoke crack, they love that shit with a passion. Most people I know, dog, who do heroin and crack, they'll tell you they don't like it. They don't give a fuck how gone it is on that shit. They will tell you, even when they stop, like, I love doing this shit, but I had to stop. And I seen that in motherfuckers. And like I told this one motherfucker, I say, dog, listen, you come to me now, you know, you coming with fucking chains, you coming short, you know what I'm saying, you begging, you fucked up. I say, dog, listen to me. I cut a nigga off. I'm cutting you off, bro. This is no longer a party. It's no fun, dog. Anytime, look, I had to look at these motherfuckers and be like, dog, anytime you coming to me, dog, and you went from bringing me cash to bringing me your daughter's or son's PlayStation, I'm not taking this. You know what I'm saying? You take it so far, okay, I hold it. Okay, I start off where I hold it. I hold it. While I get my check on such. Then they be like, fuck it, give me another one, you can have it. But this your kid's shit. But then you thinking like, if I give it back to this motherfucker, all he gonna do is take it to somebody else and give it to him. So shit, it ain't like I'm about to give it, say, take this and get this shit back to your kid. And they gonna go give it back to their kid. They gonna, you know what I'm saying, gonna give it to somebody else. So I get to the point where I just cut certain motherfuckers off because look, man, you can't afford this habit. You fucked up. You need to go get some help. You know what I'm saying? I got to where I was damn near a goddamn drug rehab motherfucker. Like, man, you cannot be giving it's not fun no more, dog. Anytime you going day for day and you neglecting yourself, you need to back off this shit, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I seen what that shit do. And it's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, money don't mean that much to me. That's why I don't fuck with that shit no more. I did it, and I'm glad because I learned a lot. Like, it's not worth me. So I'm gaining all this money, right? But I'm looking at all these people that I'm affecting. I'm not affecting them. I don't feel bad I didn't get these motherfuckers on this shit. But why even add to it? But people be like, well, somebody got to do it. Man, I just can't look at that shit, dog. And it's a lot to deal with. But the whole point I'm making on this shit is like, dog, this shit is fucked up. And like I said, if I don't do it, somebody gonna do it. So you really can't feel sorry for somebody, cause just like they'll stop fucking with me, I'm gone. Nah, I ain't doing it. You think they stop cause I'm gone? They going to somebody else. But the point is, where did this shit come from? Who brought it here? How did they get on it? The fucking government is what I'm saying. Me watching these fiends like that, they human beings, but see how I call them fiends? That's a sign of disrespect. So when you see a crackhead out here, it's like a whore when a bitch sell their own pussy. It don't matter what she do in life. Don't matter. If anybody who know her or have known her, they always gonna know her as a whore or a prostitute. I don't give a fuck. She can become a goddamn Sister Teresa. She can go to a goddamn nun camp tomorrow. Or she can become rich and famous. If you knew her and she sold her body, first thing you're like, yeah, that bitch was a whore. That whore, yeah, she good now. But that, you know, like that crackhead. If you was out here smoking crack and all fucked up, people gonna always know you as that crackhead, no matter how successful you got. You know what I'm saying? That shit is something that stick with you. You know what I'm saying? But to me, that's disrespectful shit to say that. You know what I'm saying? But all that shit come from where? Where do it come from? How do it get here? You think about that shit. Like, nigga, I'm not going no... Nigga, when I go... Whatever I was copping, you think I went overseas to get the shit? No, that shit was brought right here to us, my nigga. Even... And listen, the part what I'm saying is, even when these motherfuckers get the rating, say they would have hit the nigga before me, then they would have hit me, right? You know, the chain stopped, but they array all through the neighborhoods all day long. And listen to what I always tell you. They only gonna raid up until the color change. Once the color of the skin change, they stop raiding. Once it get to that Mexican, it stop. Once it get to the Arabic, that white man that's really connect this from Mexico to us. See, the niggas ain't too many niggas over there with a Mexican plug. You know what I'm saying? The same motherfuckers that you say you hate, that you hated, you flooding the whole world. But you know why? You know why they flood? That motherfucker sweet Ferrari. Listen, you know why? They letting these immigrants over here, bro, first of all, to take niggas' place, number one. Number two, drugs has got so bad in these country-ass states. These same racist-ass white people that used to say, I hate immigrants. Get these motherfuckers out here. They here taking all our fucking jobs, these goddamn Mexicans. You know, them motherfuckers who hated immigrants. Niggas too. But they really like, these fucking immigrants, build a wall for these motherfuckers. They the ones who want them here now. You know why? Because they people, that heroin, that fentanyl shit that hit they people out there, nobody want to work. They all watching this YouTube shit. Everybody want to be YouTubers and rappers and entrepreneurs now. Motherfuckers done wising up. Them country motherfuckers who used to go out there and work out where they at, you can go, you know, they made it so you can go work a 9 to 5 and live good in these country places, right? You can go out there and work, and where you at, you can afford. See, here in the city, when you hear shit so high, you know, I can't explain all that shit, but you know where I'm going with it. But the motherfuckers out there is so fucked up and on drugs and don't want to work no more that the Mexicans come over, they hungry. They ready to work. They ain't on shit. And if they is, they don't give a fuck. They working. They willing to work for damn near nothing, anything, just to come over here and live and build a life for themselves. And it's a lot of them. So they know they'll come work for these white racists, the same motherfuckers who don't want them here. Now they welcome them in there. All up Texas, all up and down the border. All them dudes that do the shrimping, the crabs, Mexicans do all they fucking work. When it used to be all they family members and local white people and motherfuckers were help, not no more. It's all Mexican. That's why they flooding these days. It's slave fucking labor. They know if they get these motherfuckers here, they getting their properties done for cheap. They getting everything done for cheap for now until enough of these motherfuckers get here. Then they in numbers, what you gonna do? But now they think, that's why they put them on visas. We give you a 10-month visa. You know, we give you, okay, if he been working for you for goddamn, how long he been working for you? For 15 years. So you telling me for 15 years, every year he can only be here for 10 months, go home for 2, get his visa and come back. Because you don't want to, why y'all, if y'all really cared about these Mexicans, and you know he done worked for you for over 2 or 3 years, why not let him be a United States citizen? You know why? Because they want to use them, and when they want to send them home, they always want to be able to send them motherfuckers back where they came from. That's why they do that shit. Because they like, okay, we ain't gonna get these motherfuckers permanent citizenship because they'll come over here and take over. They too powerful. They work too hard. It won't take long for Mexicans to have this mother, you know, and they bringing the work in. So just think how powerful they can be if they could just be over here as real United States citizens. That's why they won't let it happen. But I'm telling you now, they don't fuck with them. Like I told you, if it was going to be a real war on drugs, if you really wanted to stop drugs, how the fuck do you want to stop drugs when you letting the borders wide open for Mexicans and immigrants and all this shit coming from Mexico and over that way? You know they bringing this shit in by that, plus y'all bringing it. But you know they getting this shit in through this motherfucker. It's sad the way it's set up, man.